Watch this video.
With it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter,
perhaps I'd be dating her.
Tonight, I jump back into the darkest TikToks on the internet. Welcome back, Family. Before the video starts, I just want to, as always, thank all my channel members for the support. It says around 90% of you guys are not subscribed, so come on, people, subscribe.
You ever wonder why the McRib keeps disappearing? Ha! It's because this isn't pork. We press every slab fresh, straight from the source, you know? Look at these beauties. You can't get ribs this perfect from a pig. You love the taste, right? This is where we get the flavor, right here. Frozen fresh from yesterday's batch. You are what you eat. We couldn't make these without you, the people. No, like literally. We never said what kind of ribs. Now did we?
You're already infected.
Like I've said in like a lot of my previous videos, there's way too many McDonald's conspiracies involving cannibalism. Too much conspiracy theories of people finding teeth or like finding weird things in their food, bro. I can't stand that.
This is all over social media right now. They said from 50 to about 100 kids have just randomly vanished and went missing.
Yeah, bro, I heard about this, and I don't know if you've seen the extra stuff on it.
I did, bro, and I wanted to get into it.
Videos that are going viral.
Bro, there has been all these videos that have been circulating online that people are connecting to this case of like ice cream trucks that will be driving around neighborhoods stupid late at night.
Like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning type of stuff.
It's so weird. I'm not even gonna lie. And what's blowing my mind about this whole case, there is no Amber Alerts for any of these kids.
No media coverage.
No news coverage either. I've been seeing this all over online on TikTok, and the only reason why we know about this is because it's been online.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes you think a little bit like, what is going on? What I'm wondering is, are all of these videos just from Virginia, or are these from other places? Because I don't know. I don't see where it really shows. It's just a video of an ice cream truck at night. So I don't know.
Who knows?
You know what I mean? Because people could be trying to add this other element to it that could be possible. But if this is all really in Virginia, bro, this is fucking weird.
Yeah, that's insane.
But a lot of people believe that this could be a case of human trafficking.
I think so too.
Because what I heard is Virginia ranked among the top 15 states in the US for reported human trafficking cases.
Really?
Yes, so they're one of them.
That's crazy. I didn't expect Virginia to be.
I didn't either.
Anywhere near that list,
I
to be
didn't
honest with
either.
you.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying like the music would be so loud on the ice cream truck, so that if they do grab a kid, you wouldn't
hear nothing.
Yeah, screaming and stuff. And if it is what it is, like if all these videos that we've been seeing are all from Virginia,
that's weird.
And it does come out that these guys have like a weird predator ring.
Yeah.
Where they're using ice cream trucks as a ploy to get kids to come to their truck so they could take them and stuff.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro.
Dude, the main thing I'm trying to figure out is what kid is going to be awake at 1 a.m. to go to an ice cream truck. And not only that, the ice cream truck that he showed at first was this bright lit, like Christmas looking ice cream truck. Dude, you know how much attention that garners? So if that garners a lot of attention, that'll be the worst thing to traffic people in.
Ready for IBS? Your stomach will hate you after eating this. It's Buldak Noodles. Are you hungry but don't want to cook whole dinner? We gotcha. Buldak Noodle is #1 quick and easy meal for you and family. We use bad ingredient to make noodles. You think this stuff is good? Your body will disagree. This stuff is packed with sodium. With over 1,300 milligrams in a single serving, your blood pressure will be higher than Snoop Dogg. Your stomach will despise you for eating this crap, but don't say I didn't warn you. Buldak Noodles. Fake food. Real sickness.
We're seeing some unbelievable footage out of Virginia as burglars pour into the street like a circus routine. 9 burglars were caught on camera coming out of what looked like a clown car. Check this out. 2 people were even seen climbing out of the trunk. Police say the group robbed a commercial building near Warrington on October 15th. And right now, they're asking the public's help to identify them.
Dude, when I saw someone pop out of the trunk, I thought it was only going to be like one person. 2 people? Yo, they fit 2 cars worth of people in 1 car.
Most of the comments had no idea that these birds can hunt antelope. Wait till they find out they can hunt lions. Meet the Martial Eagle. First off, this is the largest bird of prey in all of Africa. They get up to over 3 feet tall with an 8.5-foot wingspan. That's basically a plane. They also have larger talons than a lion has claws, and enough squeeze power to break bones, but that's a horror story for another day. What really separates this eagle from the rest is how they hunt. Basically, what they do is they fly up directly in front of the sun, blinding their prey. At that point, they begin to dive bomb at nearly 150 miles an hour, and they literally just crush their prey at full speed. Can you imagine minding your own business and then just getting smushed by a carnivorous missile? But because they hunt like that, they're able to take down much larger animals than most eagles. We're talking antelope, monkeys, monitor lizards, and in some cases, even lion cubs. They hunt lions. Moral of the story, when you're a bird that's known as the lion killer, that's light work. And as always, follow for more facts.
Ready to get geeked up on sugar? Look no further. Welcome to Krispy Kreme Donuts. People love our sugary fried donuts. They don't care that it's one of the most unhealthy things you can eat. They crush a box like it's nothing. Oh baby, look at these hot glazed donuts. I'm getting all worked up just looking at them. We pump these things out like you wouldn't believe. Fried in seed oils and coated with straight sugar. Your body will hate you for this. You know you want some. What the hell are you waiting for? The HOT Now sign just came on. Go ahead, take another bite. They'll eat you from the inside out. Land of the sweet.
For me, it really just be the random laughs that they be doing. It'd be like, this shit will kill you.
Nobody wants to use this toilet.
Ho ho ho!
Yeah, Santa, and I can't blame them. I wouldn't want to sit on this toilet either to go to the bathroom. Hell no. This video that I got tagged in has no context, but honestly there really doesn't need to be any, because here we can see Bugs Bunny sitting down in a squatted position, and as it turns out, he's part of this toilet. He's basically the backrest, and if you were to sit down here, his hands would be caressing your thighs. Now, as it turns out, this nightmare fuel of a toilet is not the only one at this establishment. This is located at a bar in Medellin, Colombia. And they feature all sorts of toilets with different characters as the backrest. You have Donald Duck, this one not as bad. But if you thought the toilets were bad, you guys should see the sinks here, man. This one I had to blank out, but Catwoman is squatting down over the sink and it is exposed. I'm just gonna leave it at that. In the men's restroom, it's the exact same way. You've got a faucet, and that's you know what. If you guys want to visit this bar, you can go to Dulce Jesus Mio. Again, Medellin, Colombia. But, you know, I wouldn't be going here myself.
When Europeans first saw the pineapple in the 16th century, they were convinced they had discovered the fruit of the gods. Exotic, sweet, and nearly impossible to grow outside the tropics, it quite literally became a symbol of luxury, power, and prestige. In the 18th century England, serving a pineapple at dinner was an act of opulence that few could afford. It was so rare that aristocrats often rented it merely for display, as a table decoration not to eat. A single fruit could be worth more than £5,000, a small fortune by today's standards. Its popularity turned into an obsession. Palaces, garden pavilions, and even churches were built in the shape of pineapples, while the fruit itself appeared on coats of arms, wallpapers, and doorways as a symbol of welcome and prosperity. Only with the rise of industrial production in 19th century Hawaii did the pineapple lose its aura of sacred fruit and become just another canned commodity. A fruit that once graced royal tables ended up on a pizza.
If I'm being honest, I know there's a lot of critics for this opinion that I'm about to give. Pineapple on pizza isn't that bad. I said it, it's not that bad.
19-year-old Semi Chelik is a butcher. He's also a stalker in his free time, but his main occupation is that of a butcher. The morning of October 4th, 2024, Semi Chelik invites his girlfriend, Aisha Noor, over. Aisha Noor comes over for breakfast. Semi grabs his breakfast, brings it back to his house for Aisha Noor until around 1 p.m., where out of nowhere, Semi just girlfriend Aisha Noor's throat in bed. Noor, his girlfriend, in his bed. He calls Iqbal, the girl he's been stalking for 5 years. Tells her to meet him at the walls, and if she doesn't, her entire family. She shows up at the walls. Semi Once she can no longer fight back, he unclothes her. He unzips his black backpack where he takes out a set of 5 butcher knives. He starts did come across supposed pictures of how her body was found on the wall. It is burned into my brain. The only way I can describe it, so I can hopefully prevent you from trying to see what this picture is. The only way I can describe it is, have you ever seen a butcher work? If a butcher has like a large piece of meat, they'll do section by section. So they'll like section it into 3 big pieces, stack them onto the side. And then they'll probably take one of the 3 pieces and then cut it into smaller pieces. It almost looks like that first step. Into a few large pieces and then like a butcher.
Like for people to see?
Yes. You cut, stack, and then maybe you would bring certain pieces to work. It looks like that. Before he falls off the ledge, he waits until Iqbal's mom. So he picks up Iqbal's mom's call and is like, your daughter is in good hands now. And then Iqbal's mom comes onto the pavement below. Iqbal's dad would later say, we walked towards it, and that's when I saw my daughter's head.
Welcome to everyone's favorite game show, Real or AI?
Honestly, let's just play this together. So I'm gonna say real or AI, and you guys let me know if you got it right, pretty much.
Let's get started.
Am I real or AI?
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of looks real. Real.
I'm AI.
Dead. Ew.
Am I real or AI?
That's definitely real. This has to be real. The audio just sounds real. Real, definitely.
I'm real.
100%, I knew that.
Am I real or AI?
Am I real or fake? I mean, it's AI. That's AI.
I'm AI.
This third so crazy. Definitely
Am
real.
I real or AI?
You can tell by just how she's holding the camera. Definitely real.
I'm real.
Yep.
Am I real or AI?
Am I real? Definitely AI. The angles are too good. Yep, AI.
I'm AI.
100%.
Follow for more. And remember, think before you trust.
Let me know in the comments if you guys got 100%. That first one, that looked pretty real, but for the rest of them, you could tell by like how they were moving the camera, the sound quality. Because sometimes the AI is just so perfect, the angles are perfect, the sound quality is perfect, but like a real video, not everything's perfect unless you set it up to be perfect.
You're on vacation in Illinois and a local salamander dealer comes up to you and he says, hey, can I interest you in buying 76 salamanders? And you're like, actually that sounds pretty good. I can get a lot done with 76 salamanders. Give me all 76. You fool. 75 is the legal limit. On the last day of your tobogganing trip to South Dakota, you're feeling tired, and so you decide to avoid the slopes that day and hit up the local cheese factory and take a tour. You get inside, you start feeling sleepy, and you decide, you know what, this is a good place to take a nap, and so you do. You fool. It's illegal to nap in cheese factories in South Dakota. It's nighttime and you've just arrived in New Hampshire for the National Spelunking Championship and you're totally stressed about the competition the next day. So you go down to the beach to collect yourself, clear your mind, and you notice a huge amount of seaweed on the beach and you think, maybe I should collect this. And so you do. You fool. You can't collect seaweed at night in New Hampshire.
I keep photobombing this strange lady when she takes selfies. Started a couple years ago when I accidentally walked behind her in a mall. Since then, every time she snaps a photo, I'm there, wherever she is, standing right behind her. I'll be at work, or eating cereal in my room, even at my cousin's funeral, where everyone kept saying what a good man he was, which he wasn't. Then suddenly, I'm standing behind her as she poses in front of a fountain or a boutique window. Then things got darker. There was a flash and found myself in another country behind her, mid-selfie. I was stuck there with no passport, no way home. I had to get a job at some factory just to eat. Then one day I disappeared again and materialized behind her in an apartment filled with pill bottles and dirty needles. Then came the underpasses, dumpsters, liquor store parking lots. Each new photo, she looked worse. Gaunt. Eyes hollowed out. Her hands shook as she raised that gold iPhone. Once I landed in a crack den, people nodding off in the corners, burnt spoons on the floor. She was still taking selfies. Yesterday was the worst. I blinked, found myself in a dark room, boarded windows, blood on the floor, people tied to chairs. She was one of them, bound like the rest. Yet somehow she was still holding the phone, posing like she was at the beach. When she looked at her screen, she noticed me in the background. Our eyes met through the glass. First time ever. "I can help you," I said. But her eyes went wide with terror, started screaming, threatening to call the cops. Like seeing me was somehow worse than everything else. I want this to stop.
That whole story was AI, but like, I don't know, it was just so like intriguing in a way.
Elon Musk thing that just happened, the spaceship that blew up.
I mean, even the other day when they... Whoa! Whoa! What?
That's not good.
No!
There's theories going around that the government is trying to stop Elon from actually going to Mars because there's some that he's not ready to see yet. Or they're not ready to let go yet. Elon, you know how much money he spends on that tech?
Yeah.
And they're trying to say, oh, it's just a tank failure. What? It didn't even get off the ground.
They're trying to stop it.
Yo, his first rocket that he
Yeah.
tried to send up, I think it exploded randomly, right?
Mhm.
He said that they sabotaged me. I feel like I'm being sabotaged.
Oh,
yeah, because I've spent so much money. Like, is there like a missile they send to get it?
They send like double agents.
Yes.
Whoever's working on it can like mess up the calculation. Like, yo, we're not sending this guy to space.
Yo, and he's bragging about it too. He's like, yo, I'm going to Mars. What the hell?
Oh my
You know what I mean?
That was dumb. Of any animal in the world you're gonna mess with, you choose that one? Let me tell you something. Meet the wedge-tailed eagle. These bad boys are the largest bird of prey in Australia, standing 3.5 feet tall with a wingspan that could get over 9 feet. Australia's a different place, man. They also have the most diabolical set of 3-inch talons I've ever seen in my life. And they have the power of friendship. It's one of the only eagles in the world known to hunt in packs. Big packs, too. In fact, there was one report of 15 of these eagles hunting a full-size kangaroo. In case you forgot, that's what a kangaroo looks like. It's like 200 pounds with 0% body fat. But what really separates these eagles from the rest is the fact that they're extremely territorial over the whole sky. They do not tolerate anything flying in their airspace. They'll attack other birds, including other eagles. They'll attack drones. They'll even attack skydivers or paragliders. There was even one documented case of a wedge-tailed eagle taking down a helicopter for flying over its nest. An eagle took down a helicopter. You wouldn't catch me dead in Australia. Moral of the story, there's birds, there's eagles, and then there's these guys. They're in a class of their own. And as always, follow for more facts.
Más normal posible.
Aquí en la casa pongo la mesa.
I can't tell you what type of voice I was expecting, but I can tell you this, I was not expecting to be this shocked. The video that you guys just watched shows a man being interviewed, the interviewer is asking him a basic question, and as soon as he opens his mouth to speak, one of the lowest voices that I've personally ever heard or seen recorded comes out. To give you guys some context, this guy's name is Javier Contreras, he's from Guatemala, and yes, he does have one of the deepest voices ever on record. This guy is also an absolute giant in every single sense of the word, standing at 7 feet 8 inches, and his condition is extremely rare, so it's not known exactly what it is that's caused him to grow like this out of control. Javier was actually born as a twin as well, but his brother Rodrigo ended up passing away very early in infancy, so it was thought that Javier might follow the same path, but fortunately he defied odds. He's still around as far as I can tell, and at his house helping to take care of his family. There's also really nothing current that I could find online about Javier. I think that he's kind of just doing his own thing as far as I can tell.
Dude, his voice kind of reminds me of the Snapchat filter where like if you scroll a little bit, you could slow things down, or like the slowdown effect on Apple images. His voice depth just sounds super deep, but he talks normal.
This is a terrifying story about how the president of France and his wife met. Now, whatever you're thinking I mean by terrifying, it's worse. Because you see, they met while they were in high school, when the future president of France went by Emmanuel and his future wife went by Teacher. In other words, they met when Bridget, her name's Bridget by the way, was 39, and there's a 24-year age gap between the two. Let me give some of y'all a second. Okay, she was teaching a theater class. Her daughter was in that class. Her daughter had a classmate. His name was Emmanuel. They spark up a conversation. They spark up a relationship. And this is when Emmanuel's parents had a problem. They said, excuse me. Come here, boy. He said, "But Daddy, I love her." His parents told him, "Emmanuel, we're taking you out of school. You're going to school in Paris because you're too young to know what love is." But she not too young to know what love is, because she quite literally has an entire family at home. And here's where things start to get wicked. We already established that Bridget has kids. One of the kids being Emmanuel's classmate. Well, Bridget also had a husband. A full-on family. Emmanuel said, "But Daddy, I love her." They said, "Pack your bags." Emmanuel gets sent to Paris. He graduates. Him and Bridget spark up their relationship when he gets back. A few years then pass by. Bridget divorces her husband. Her and Emmanuel then get married. Then Emmanuel becomes president of France. Now, some of you may have seen recently that Emmanuel, the president of France, is suing somebody named Candace Owens. Candace Owens, a very controversial political commentator, claims that Emmanuel's wife, Bridget, the lady we just talked about, who's basically his auntie, was born a man. Now, I can't go into full detail about Emmanuel suing Candace Owens in this video. It would be too long, but don't worry, I made another video. Go watch it. But I bring this up in this video to say Emmanuel suing Candace Owens kind of backfired on him, because the lawsuit became national news. People start looking into Emmanuel and Bridget's relationship. Then how Emmanuel and Bridget met kind of becomes national news. People go, ew. Somebody in France, side note, let me know, was this common knowledge in France? Did everybody know how they met?
For all my people watching right now that's in France, let me know if you guys knew about this. But I wonder how she would feel if she was actually a woman and then someone is saying that she's a man, telling everyone she's a man, but she's actually a woman. That's like the Michelle Obama effect. Like, a lot of people are like, Michelle's a man, Michelle's a man. But like, what if Michelle is actually a woman? Like, how do you feel as a woman thinking that people think you're a man?
Oh, you guys aren't ready for this one. Now, what people don't understand is there have been so many wars, so many resets, so much erasing of our true history. The weapons that these people used to use can turn cities into stone, could melt these cities. These examples are everywhere. So when you see interesting structures like the K Village ruins in Turkey, things like this, and all of this, just know that our ancient past has been covered up. Just like they do now, they had very sophisticated energy weapons. And of course, the mainstream narrative is just going to tell you that this is just some simple rock formation. I beg to differ. You see, nothing is what it seems, ladies and gentlemen. Our history is nothing but a lie. That's why they call it history. It is his story. The victors have always wrote the history books. And the last thing they want is for us to discover the real origins of our true humanity. And as always, you need to look within for the real answers. Peace and love.
Time to leave. Why the fuck is there a lock on the outside of the door then? Not just that. This door right here, it was hidden away. It was hidden. This thing right here was covering it. So, who's been trapping people down there then? Because the moment I see that, if I'm staying there, I'm out. I'm packing my bags and I'm gone. I mean, just look at that. It's a stairway to hell. I'm out.
I'm assuming this guy is okay because the footage made it out. Was this an abduction caught on camera?
Yo, check this out. No BS, man. This is right here in the middle of the road. Like, I'm driving down the road here. Look, this is my car right here. No BS, yo. No BS. This thing is in the road, in the sky right there, in front of me. I'm on the road going to Somerville like the... This thing turning. What the fuck is going on? Yo, it's a pyramid. No bullshit. A car coming down the road. Hold on. A car looking too. Hold on. Hold on. The car probably see it too. No BS, yo. That thing is in the sky. Look, look. Look, y'all. I want to know if the car see it. Put on my blinker lights. Is this thing turning? Listen, I'm telling y'all. I'm in my car now. I got on my blinking lights. I want to know if that car see it. Or that car probably don't know what's going on. This thing is right there. Am I tripping and I'm the only one seeing this thing? Hold on. I got my Our blinkers on. Hold on. Listen, am I the only one seeing this thing? Hold on. Look. This thing is in the sky just sitting there turning. That's a pyramid. Listen, y'all can't see it like I can see it. It look like a pyramid. For real. Let me zoom in. Oh, shit. I gotta zoom. This thing, do it look like it turning, y'all? Hold on. I'm tripping. Yo. That thing is, hold on, how could I zoom in? Let me see what it is. Yo, that's an object. That's something, yo. No BS. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That shit ripped. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
What happened to him? Leave your thoughts in the comments.
Yo, what the fuck?
Unanswered
That shit,
Universe.
oh, that shit.
Bro, my thoughts is like, he moved the camera when it started to get good. Like, what happened? I'll also be thinking to myself, like, that might be orbs. And y'all realize, like, recently we have not heard anything about the orbs that were in the sky, like, a couple months ago, almost like a year ago. Like, there was one point where, like, every single day people were talking about how there's orbs and drones and, like, these weird lights in the sky. And now we don't hear nothing about that. But in my opinion, too, I feel like if it was, like, an alien spacecraft, it wouldn't... I personally don't think aliens use light the same way that we humans use light, if that makes sense. So in my opinion, if it was truly an alien spacecraft, I don't think they would be shining any light unless they're specifically trying to look at something.
Welcome to Crumble Cookies. Is your sugar craving calling? I can fix that. Come inside. People love to come in and make videos of themselves buying and trying out our cookies. It's almost like they are hypnotized. We use tons of sugar and preservatives to make our cookies irresistible. Just imagine what this does to your kids. Seed oils, high fructose corn syrup, artificial dyes. We add all of this into our cookies just for you. So fun! Look at these delicious cookies, filled with 3 times the daily amount of sugar, lots of preservatives, and loads of other bad stuff. They will have you hooked instantly. All right, ladies, bring it in. Let's make one for TikTok. What's the flavor of the day?
Diabetes!
All it takes is one bite. You'll be a customer for life.
Every last crumb.
Customer for life. I don't know about that one.
In July of 2014, a teenager named Ashik, who was living in this small town in India, reached up and he felt his very swollen and sore jaw. Now, this had been going on for a year, but his family didn't have the money for him to go to the dentist. But today, the pain was unbearable, and so he told his dad, "We gotta go." When they got to the dentist's office, the dentist looked inside of Ashik's mouth and they saw something strange, and so they got out a pick and a hammer, and they hammered that pick into Ashik's jawline. And at some point, the dentist kind of cracked through something, and when they did, the dentist was very surprised. They reached in and pulled something out, and then they just kept on digging away into Ashik's jawline. Finally, after like 7 hours, the dentist stopped, and they were able to tell Ashik what was going on. Well, Ashik had a tumor in the right side of his jaw that caused his body to grow too many teeth. In total, the dentist removed 232 extra teeth, a world record.
These policemen in Peru found a delivery driver with an 800-year-old mummy stuffed in his back.
Stuffed in his bag?
Yes, bro. So in 2023, the police found these 3 dudes that were like drinking at a park. The police came up to talk to these guys, pretty much see what they were doing there. And they started searching these dudes. One of these dudes was a delivery driver out there, kind of like on some DoorDash type of thing, but it's like their version of DoorDash out there. And you know, delivery drivers that work for DoorDash, they'll have like those little red boxes, little red cases that they'll keep food in to keep warm or keep cold or something like that, right?
Yeah.
They searched this dude's bag, and inside they found an 800-year-old mummy in the fetal position.
What?
This dude was only like 23 years old, When they asked him about it, like, what the hell is this? There's a dead body in your bag. He pretty much explained to them that the mummy was his spiritual girlfriend and he named her Juanita.
What?
Yes. And the way he got it, I guess apparently it's been in his family for hella long, for like 30 or 40 years. And I think like his father or his grandfather bought it off of some dude. And it's just been in their family for hella long. And apparently this kid would sleep with the mummy, sit it on his couch and watch TV with it. Like he really thought it was his girlfriend for us. The police confiscate this thing from him because he's obviously not supposed to have this. They gave it to like some museum out there in Peru.
Yeah.
So that it could be like, actually put on display properly. And what they found out is that the mummy wasn't a Juanita. It was a Juan.
It was a guy the whole time.
The mummy was a 45-year-old man. Like I said, it was over like 600 to 800 years old. The reason why he even brought it out of his house that day is because he wanted to show off to his friends the mummy that he had.
Ew.
The two friends that he was drinking with at the park.
Ew.
They ended up arresting him, and I don't know for how long he went to jail for, but he went to jail for a cool minute though.
I just don't understand how people get into that.
Apparently he thought that it was his girlfriend.
You know?
The whole time it's just a dead man. That's crazy.
Craziest theory I heard about Charlie Kirk.
What happened?
This movie that came out in 1998 is very connected, like so similar to what happened to Charlie Kirk.
It like predicted what happened.
Predicted, yeah. I don't know if you ever heard of Snake Eyes.
No, I never heard of it.
The main actor, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
He was the one that played it, right? And guess what the name of the main character was?
Charlie?
Bam. Charles Kirkland. Oh, that's crazy. And the whole movie was about him in a public event and he got shot in the neck, just like how Charlie Kirk did.
What the?
It gets crazy, right? 10 seconds into the movie, it's a big sign of when the event takes place in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Guess when it is?
When?
September 10. Guess what date Kirk died in real life?
When?
September 10, fam.
It's the same day?
The same day, bro. Now it gets even crazier, right?
Yeah.
In real life, they thought that Tyler Robinson Charlie Kirk. In the movie, there's also a guy that him named Tyler.
Wait, that's
the same exact Tyler.
No, that's
and in the movie, guess what his role was?
What?
To distract the police from thinking the actual shooter was.
So use a fall guy, just like in the theory.
Yeah,
That's
it's called
crazy.
Snake Eyes, and under the thing, it's like believe anything but your eyes or something like that. And this year is the year of the snake.
Oh,
yeah.
This plane disappeared and landed 37 years later, and what was found inside shocked the entire world. The plane took off from Miami in 1950 with 60 passengers on board. It was supposed to fly to Los Angeles. For everyone on board, it seemed like a normal flight until something happened that would change their lives forever. Suddenly, the plane disappeared from the radar, and no one in the control room could contact the pilot. It was almost as if the plane had never existed. Flight authorities were immediately sent to search for the plane, but they couldn't find anything. After months of searching, the plane was still missing. To them, it was clear. The plane had suffered a technical failure and crashed into the ocean without leaving a trace. The airline compensated the families for all the lives lost, and the case was officially closed. But on May 21st, 1987, 37 years later, Venezuelan air traffic controllers spotted something strange in the sky. It was the missing plane. When it landed, what authorities discovered inside shocked the entire world. Comment plane for part 2.
Well, there are definitely some unexplainable celebrity deaths, like Left Eye from TLC.
Oh, Left Eye? What about her?
When she died, she was actually in Honduras on like a spiritual awakening journey, and she was filming a documentary. About 2 weeks into her journey and filming this documentary, her and her crew get in a car accident and actually hit a 10-year-old boy and kill him. Left Eye took this super hard, right? A lot of her crew said that the reason that she took this death so serious was because she thought that there was a spirit following her, trying to kill her, and it took the wrong person because the little kid's last name was Lopez.
Same name?
Her name is Lisa Lopez.
Oh my.
So she offered to pay for the kid's entire funeral. The kid's mom actually liked that, and so she gave Left Eye his shoes, right? Well, that's when everything took like a 180. She noticed that written on them were the initials LL, Lisa Lopez. And that to her confirmed she was the one that was supposed to die that day, not that little boy. She actually, during this documentary, there's a part in it where she says, I don't think I have much time left on this earth. I think I'm gonna die soon.
No, she knew she was gonna.
This is like rolling down a hill in a car, knowing you're gonna hit something at the bottom,
Never stepping on the brakes.
All of her crew started reporting that cameras would turn on or malfunction and not record when they wanted them to, or that the audio devices would record people speaking in languages that they'd never heard before. All of this crazy, unexplainable stuff that is real and caught on a real documentary. It's not like this is just hearsay. This stuff is caught on camera. A couple weeks after that kid's death, one day she was driving her car with her friends while the cameras were rolling, and the car just flipped out of nowhere. She was thrown from the car, cracked her skull open, and she died. And it is one of those situations that it's just like, how do you explain that?
You see what Justin Bieber posted? Posted this on his story. It was him eating a pizza in thermal.
What the hell?
Yeah.
On his Instagram?
Yeah, just randomly. And I'm like, why would you post this? And you know what the pizza's meant for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, boom. And he's just eating. That's him. Everyone knows now what it means. This is when Cassie was going against Diddy in court.
Let me tie some strings together.
Okay, yeah.
What if he's trying to say to look at the thermal cameras? Because what if there's certain cameras that can see other things that the regular footage won't?
I'm saying, yo, you shine a black light in Diddy's house. Oh my God, imagine the that you find.
And yeah,
there.
what if it like leads you to another trail into the crib that you even know is there because it's under a black light?
That would be crazy tech. I'm not gonna lie. That's good. W hidden message.
And would you do with the pleasure of hitting the lights, sir? Ha ha. Whoa. What are all those stains?
That's a great idea for Diddy, but I don't know if people would want to really see that. I feel like the Justin Bieber post was also a stretch. Like, bro just probably thought he looked cool eating a pizza with thermal lighting.
Daisy, Daisy.
Give me your answer, do.
I'm half crazy.
All for the love of you.
And I want you guys to have a look at this. This is at a McDonald's playground where children are caged in between the burger. Now let me just start by saying this is for entertainment purposes only, guys. But I want you to think very critically right now. This was displayed in one of the signs at McDonald's. Our secret ingredient is our people. Now I don't know if you know this, but there was a massive investigation not too long ago that found, yeah, the fact checkers obviously are like, no, that's not true, blah, 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 but like, You guys know about the Red Shoe Club? Now, I can't talk about these things here because I'm going to get banned and demonetized, but if you guys want to know the truth to what's going on with McDonald's and what is actually in their burgers, then comment the word truth, and I will send you an exclusive link to my inner circle where I can talk about what's really going on here. And don't forget to like, share, and follow for more hidden truth. Peace and love.
This is why you should always watch what you say in public. In the late 1970s, a man began breaking into homes in order to assault the families inside of them. After dozens of attacks and no suspects in custody, the citizens were totally on edge, so the police decide to host this town hall meeting so they can discuss the situation out in public. During the meeting, a local man stands up and says, "I would totally kick that guy's ass if he came anywhere near my wife." Then, in a crazy, ironic turn of events, that angry man and his wife become the next victims. Following their assault, the attacker completely changes his behavior. He goes from petty home invader to full-blown serial killer, targeting only married men and their wives. Decades later, police finally identified Joseph DeAngelo as the killer. As they're going through old photos from the case, they make a startling discovery about his motives. DeAngelo had attended that town hall meeting. Watch this video.
With it then. If they were using her to...
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Stop it! Oh, it's so weird! Stop! You know what? You are losing.
That's Donald Trump appearing on The View back in 2006 with his daughter Ivanka. And the context is that they're asking him if he would be okay with Ivanka posing for Playboy magazine. And he said, "Oh, I don't think she would do that. But either way, she has a great figure, and I've said that if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her." Everyone is laughing, whatever, but they're like, "Yo, you're sick. Like, that's pretty disgusting, right? That's your daughter." After that interview aired, and he got a lot of criticism from the public for making such a disgusting comment, his spokesperson, Jim Dowd, told the Associated Press he was absolutely joking with the comment about his daughter. Quote, "He was making fun of himself for his tendency to date younger women. It's a sense of humor that people don't see from him all the time." Now, I mention this because we're looking at this situation with Trump calling a female reporter from Bloomberg News a piggy to her face and telling her to be quiet simply because he didn't like the question that she was asking about him being mentioned in the emails regarding the Epstein files, right? Something that's not justifiable, right? By any means. But then, of course, we see this.
What does it mean when he called reporter Piggy? Look, the president is very frank and honest with everyone in this room. You've all seen it yourself. You've all experienced it yourselves. And I think it's one of the many reasons that the American people reelected this president, because of his frankness. And he calls out fake news when he sees it. He gets frustrated with reporters when you lie about him, when you spread fake news about him.
Somehow, some way, everything Donald Trump has said throughout his life, no matter how disgusting, no matter how weird, no matter how vile, has always been found to have a justification, right? Including this situation. So it just shows that this guy has a lifelong pattern of making these kinds of comments, and there's always an explanation. It's always okay. It's always right. But just know, if you find that funny, you find that that's justifiable, that it's okay, that she deserved it, any of those thoughts, you are just like him. You are exactly as disgusting and as vile as Donald Trump if you continue to support him. So have at it. Have a great time.
I mean, that's wild to say someone is just like him just because they support him, I guess you could say. I wouldn't say that. But obviously that girl is going to have a rebuttal for anything anybody says about Trump because he hired her. Imagine I'm a CEO of a big company, right? I hire someone below me. I'm like, listen, anything they ask you, just tell them whatever. And I'm paying you money to do it. Like, obviously, you're going to stick up for me. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, my boss, he's retarded. Like, I don't know what he was talking about with the whole dating his old daughter thing or Miss Piggy. Like, she would get fired immediately. You know how Trump is. He fires people left and right and doesn't care. But the daughter Ivanka thing, my main thought was like, what did Ivanka think? He said he was joking, but that joke was not a very funny one. I don't think any of us listened to that and was just like, yo, he's very funny. Did you laugh? I don't think you laughed. I'm not gonna lie. I can see you right now, and I know for a fact you didn't laugh when he said that. So I don't know what type of joke that was, but it wasn't a funny one.
Thank you all for watching this here video.